Plays Games here, coming to you back with another video of Fallout 4. As you can see, they expanded the atrium again. Now the atrium is complete, and it's huge. I swear the atrium takes up the majority of this map now for Vault Tech Workshop, but we kind of had to build an area for the Vault Dwellers kind of gather so they could have meetings about the Vault, and well, I thought that'd be good because realistically, we don't need to build a huge, what the heck is it called? Trying to think of it. I'm blanking on the idea of what I'm trying to think over here. Oh, a huge, I freaking blanking on the idea here. Oh, a huge, massive living area. Because realistically, I always used to do that. Build like this massive living area. It would look like crap. I thought we could make it a little smaller, a little more compact, but better. And a little more realistic. Because realistically, I've looked up vaults. They don't really have huge living areas. The atrium's usually like the biggest part of the vault and the reactor room, and the rest of it's kind of just built around those major rooms. So, sorry, freaking throat's dry there. Anyways, I thought, why not make the atrium huge? Because realistically, that's where the majority of the Vault Dwellers are going to be hanging out, is in the atrium. And just kind of make it cool looking. So, this area here is going to be kind of like the meeting area where all the Vault Dwellers gather and talk amongst each other about stuff in the vault. Kind of reminiscent of Vault 33 from the Fallout show. I'm going to build like a little stage. If you're hearing some humming in the background, that's my air conditioner. We're actually in a heat wave right now in Canada, so nothing can please Canadians. We don't like cold weather, but we also don't like really hot weather. So, you know, I prefer cold weather in my opinion. I'm a cold weather person. I'd rather it be minus 30 than plus 30. Because in minus 30, at least I can go to sleep at night. In this type of weather, I can barely go to sleep. So, there's my rant about the weather. So yeah, we'll build kind of like a little stage here where the Vault Dwellers kind of gather and you know, the Vault Overseer can sit here and chat them up and, you know, make sure everything's going to be a-okay in the vault. Of course, what's a vault without a jukebox? Oh, is that playing? Oh crap. Get the frickin' tape out of there. And not looking to get copyright strike for music. Because I don't even know if that will get copyright strike or not. Not willing to take that risk. One thing I was gonna say about the lore in this vault. We're gonna put a couple consoles down. I want to put some of these electronic consoles in the atrium. Kind of make it feel vault-like, vaulty, I guess, if you could say the word. I also finally joined up this section of the vault. So, and I also built a salon, or a, because you know how Vault 88 has that small salon? I thought why not have our own. So I also did that. I'll put a nice little speaker here. Turn it off so we don't get copyright strike, because even 5 seconds of that's of one of the songs from Diamond City Radio will get me into some trouble that I don't want. But kind of like a speaker, so when the overseer is speaking, you know, it comes out of the speaker and whatnot. And since the vault's just going to be starting to open, we should set it up like there's going to be an orientation, and the overseer is going to give his presentation of the vault. Of course, we've got to keep the American flag here. Even though that's the old American flag with the Commonwealths. But the overseer will be given like a presentation of, hey, welcome to Vault 88. You know, yada, yada, yada. We're going to be doing this. This is how our vault functions. Don't break any rules. And we'll get along just fine. I wonder if, Homemaker has podiums. Creations, power, furniture. There we go. A lectern, I guess. Wow. Because essentially you're opening the vault up to people in the Wasteland, and you kind of have to give them what they need to hear. Actually, we'll just do this little table, and we'll just put a microphone on top of it. That's pretty low. Or what we could do is put the table here. It's kind of like to hold the paperwork, and then we just put a regular microphone here. And it's just kind of like, okay, attention all Vault Dwellers, Wastelanders that are now becoming Vault Dwellers, you know, welcome to Vault 88. These are the rules. These are what you're going to be doing, what you're not going to be allowed to be doing. You know, yada 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 kind of stuff. Put a nice little sound mixer board here because you know it's a vault. It's likely going to have that type of equipment in it. Is this on little carts? Oh, that's pretty cool. It's on little wheel carts. Well, we're going to set this up like the vault's just opening for the first time and everybody's getting situated in their home and Soul survivors, just letting them know that, hey, this is how the vault's going to be run and nobody gets to be coming in here and threatening people. I'll move the American flag above the door. Because the overseer doesn't know much about the Minutemen right now, so she just wanted the Soul Survivor to put that up, and Nate being in military, of course, he would put it up willingly. Put a little projector on here. And this place will change up periodically. We'll put some ladders up in the corner, kind of like their vault's still under construction a little bit, but it's now livable where people can actually come in and work and you know, people can come and live in the vault and I'll just say these were supplies from Vault Tech that the Soul Survivor found. And they were emptying out the supplies after discovering Vault 88. And you're probably wondering, why are you putting them on an angle? That just looks terrible. Well, realistically, these chairs don't need to be perfect. And I'm pretty sure Wastelanders would not care one iota about how the vault is. But we gotta make it look like the vault's just opening up to the world. Because realistically, Vault 88 is one of the first vaults ever to open up 200 years after the war was done. And I could see Nate partaking in that activity just to see what it's about. There, I kind of got some chairs going on here. Because you kind of want to set the vault up, you'd want it to make it look presentable, even though Nate knows that a Wastelander really doesn't care. But Overseer's like, you gotta have it this way, we can't have it that way. And of course it would make sense to put some Vault Tech carpets down, you know, kind of like they're advertising this vault. You gotta make the vault look presentable. Regardless of who's gonna be living here. Put down some nice red carpets. This would be like a magazine rack for brochures of Vault 88. I never understood why this vault has two screening areas. This should have been like a utility area that leads you into the vault. Because we essentially got a security room right at the entrance of the vault, which is our secondary security room. I know Bethesda did the reactor like this, specifically if you didn't want to build a reactor room. If I remember correctly, that's why they built the reactor here. But originally there was supposed to be lighting in this section of the vault that was supposed to light up when you turned on the reactor, brightening this room up. This room was supposed to have like the regular vault lighting, but they didn't put it in, so you get like this really shitty low-level lighting that just sucks. I usually don't scrap the stuff down here because it kind of just makes sense. Like this would be kind of like a dumping area down there. But the main entrance will just be its own video. its own. It's going to be its own video. Let me do that one. There, we kind of got like a little staging area where the sellers will have to go and sit and watch, do an orientation with the overseer. But back here, I wanted to build some planter boxes. Now the tallest planter boxes we got are these guys, but these are not going to work for what I want. I wish we could do like metal, corrugated metal planter boxes. But we can't, so these brick planter boxes we'll just have to do. They don't look pretty, but then realistically we're in a vault that's been built after the bombs dropped, so of course the vault's not going to be perfect. Always forget that we have these, and these are part of Vault Tech Workshop, even though they're under mod, because I can't remember where they're located, but if I remember correctly, water fountains are part of Vault Tech Workshop. But yeah, we got some areas for the vault dwellers to do their thing. Where to plant stuff at. Because essentially to have a fully functioning vault, you probably would want planter boxes. No, the brick planters aren't really what I want. I guess we could do it this way. We could essentially put like we could technically float the planter box. And then just build something around it with metal or wood. Like that. And just go to the warehouse tab or go to the wood tab and just build we'll just turn off object snap and surface snap. And then kind of just build this around it. Kind of like that. We know they're floating underneath. But anybody that watches the video after this and never sees this video, never know they're floating underneath. They'll just be like, how did you get the planter boxes to float? I use dark magic. I prayed to Todd Howard and he granted me this idea. That's what I'll tell people. Our Lord and Savior Todd Howard. Yeah, that doesn't look bad actually. And realistically, we can put supports under it. We just go down to here. We put object snap back on this so this snaps back to the top of it. And then the planter box isn't floating anymore. Turn object snap back off. But that's kind of high though. Has to be a lot lower. That does essentially look a lot better because now it's not just floating. And then we can just use these just to kind of disguise the concrete, like you never know it's there. Like it's really hard to see it through the busted or through these fence panels essentially. Yeah, I actually like that. That is a lot better. And that's awesome. Now we got high planter boxes. Although, do you think that's too high? I still think it's a bit too high. Because we still gotta set the other one, and I'd rather set them both and then just disguise them as... Still has to go a little bit lower. We turn on object snap. another one. Object snap that one to the top of it. We turn object snap off just so we can place these pieces. And yes, these are going to be sunk into the ground a little bit, but I think it'll look a lot better that way. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but look good. Go. So you kind of get the idea. That's how it's going to look. And just because I'm very adamant about covering up the concrete bases these things out of, I'm fine with putting in stuff like that just to make it all look seamlessly like one thing. Go. Now we got our planter boxes that I've been wanting, and I think that looks a heck of a lot better than before, even. So, turn those two back on. I actually want to do something pretty neat here. Eliminate that, put that there. I want to build like a little miniature barn for the vault. Just because we kind of got like a whole farm thing going on for the vault. And I think it'd be pretty cool to do that. That there. That there. Seems how we got a whole farm thing going on with the vault. That makes sense to put a barn in here. Doesn't have to be a full-size barn, it can be a half barn, but I'll make the living area feel more immersive. Kind of like these were the original plans to Vault 88. The vault's now got a barn, it's got a farming area. It just makes sense in my opinion. It makes sense that the vault would actually have this stuff. Even though it's really weird to be building this stuff underground, it makes the vault feel more immersive, like you're giving it life. A life it never really thought it could have. And it's almost like you're bringing a little bit of the you're bringing the outside world in underground. Which essentially is what we are doing. If we're trying to snap this frickin' wall into place, snap into place, we will try putting a half wall here. We'll snap into place then. It also doesn't make the atrium feel like one big empty area. Kind of makes it feel like it's full of life and vault dwellers are fully functioning down here. And also it gives a place for the Brahmin to go. Because you know we're going to end up having a Brahmin here. Now we should put up some power. Start getting the atrium powered on. Maybe we'll add some street lights to the vault. Or maybe not. That doesn't really fit in with what I'm trying to do here. It's almost like we're bringing a little bit of the Wasteland into Vault 88. And Overseer Barstow is okay with it, I guess. Well, she doesn't really get a choice, but, you know. Some equipment back here. Now there's probably sections of the vault I'll probably build off camera. Just kind of show you what I did. Just because there's like 100 different videos of Vault 88 being built, and lots of people have built Vault 88 in the past. But I think I'll end the video off here, as this will be the final video of the atrium build. Decorating wise, I'll probably do that off camera. So I really appreciate watching my video, and I would really appreciate it if you're update too to like and subscribe and hit that little bell notification down below so you'll be let know when another video drops. Other than that, I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and also if it's really hot where you live, to make sure you stay hydrated and not get heat stroke, because we don't need that, because it is very hot where I live. But other than that, that's all I have for you. I will see you in the next video. Bye now.